I'm going to show you how to find the greatest common factor, or the GCF. When finding the greatest common factor, you want to find the factors of the different numbers. So we're going to try 30 and let's do 24. In order to find the factors, we want to list them out. So we start with 1, and 1 times 30 equals 30. Then we'll do 2 and 15. Then 3 and 10. Listing them out this way makes it much easier, so you know that you don't have to use all the numbers between 1 through 30, but until you meet in the middle. I know 4 doesn't go into 30 evenly, but I know 5 does. 5 times 6. And there's no number in between 5 and 6, so I know that I have all the factors between 1 and 30. So now I need to do 24. 1 and 24. Let's do 2 and 12. And 3 and 8. And 4 and 6. And I know that 5 does not go into 24 evenly, so I can stop there. Now I want to look to see which one of these is the greatest common one. So looking at this, I'll start over at this end. And I can see here that 24 appears here, but it doesn't appear up here. 12 appears down here, but not up top. 8 appears down here, but not up top. 6 appears here, and it appears up top. This is my greatest common factor for these numbers. Let's do another example for GCF. So I want to use the numbers about 12 and 20. Again, to find the factors, you start with 1 and then the other number times itself. So 1 times 12 equals 12. I then work my way up the number line so I don't forget any. 2 times 6. And then I know 3 times 4. Since there's no number in between 3 and 4, I can stop there. I know that there's a big gap here, and that's okay. It doesn't need to be filled in with anything. Let's do the factors of 20. So I start with 1 and then the number. So 1 times 20. 2 I know goes in 10 times. 3 does not go in evenly, but I do know 4 goes in 5 times. Again, you can see I have a big gap there, and that's okay. Those are the factors of 20 and 12. So looking at that, I want to find the greatest common factors. So I want to start over at the highest side. 20 appears down here, but it doesn't appear in 12. It appears in 10, or 10 appears down here in 20, but it doesn't appear up in 12. 5 appears in 20, but doesn't appear in 12. 4 appears in 20, and it does appear in 12. So for this example, 4 is my greatest common factor. Let's do one last example for greatest common factor. And we'll use 3 different numbers this time. So let's use 32 and 20, and let's use 10. Let's find the different factors for each one of these numbers now. So for 32, I start with 1 and put 32 on the other side of my paper. 2 goes in 16 times. 3 does not go in evenly. 4 does go in evenly, and I know that goes in 8 times. 5 does not go in evenly. 6 does not go in evenly. And 7 does not go in evenly. So although there's a huge line or empty area there, that's okay. These are the only factors of 32. Then I have 20. So I start with 1 and I write 20 at the other end. I have 2 and 10. 3 does not go in evenly. 4 does, and I have 5. Again, that empty space is quite alright, no worries. Then I can do 10. So I have 1 and 10, 2 and 5. 3 does not go in evenly. 4 does not go in evenly. And since I have 5 down here, I can stop at that. So these are the factors of 32, 20, and 10. Now I need to find which one is the greatest. So I have 10 here and here, but 10 does not appear in 32. I have 5 here and 5 here, but 5 does not appear in 32. I have 2 here, I have it in 20, and I have it in 32. So for this example, 32, 20, and 10, 2 is the greatest common factor.